We made sure we turned the printer power off. You see that I'm wearing protective glasses just in case. You don't want this in your eyes. Gloves, clean syringe, empty. Nothing connected to the tip of the syringe. Make sure power's off and the USB cable is unplugged. I'm going to slowly remove the basket and have it standing seated up just like this. And now, the reason we're going to reprime the damper is, let's say for example you're printing, one of the colors drop out. It could be that there's air in the bag, which whenever there's air, or if the ink is not flowing it correctly to the feeding tube, your ink's going to drop out no matter what. So what you're going to do is, first, you see I unrolled the bag first, because if you try to push the ink bag from the damper to the ink bag where there's no room, you're going to pop the damper. So I'm going to first grab the yellow, and you see here ink will start dripping immediately. Make sure you have a paper towel handy. Now I'm not going to insert the full tip of the syringe into the damper itself. When you're holding the damper, do not squeeze on the center of it, or else ink will drop out. So I hold it right at this base right here, and you see here I slowly just push the air back, and you can hear once you start hearing the ink go back in the bag, you want to stop. And you see that I already heard the ink go back in the bag. Not only that, I can see the air in the actual bag itself. So I'm gonna wrap this up just for a minute, set that aside. I'm gonna grab the yellow ink bag now. I'm gonna roll it up just a little bit so that when I'm pulling the ink through, you'll be pulling the air out of the bag first. Okay, so the same process. I'm not gonna put the whole tip in. I'm just gonna make sure there's a tight connection. Look how very lightly I'm holding it here. So I'm gonna pull with the syringe, and there, I just pulled like one full syringe of air out. I'm gonna pull again. Keep on pulling. As soon as you start seeing ink coming through, stop pulling. Do not pull no more than 2 cc's, and you're gonna slowly push that back into the damper here. And this is very key. You wanna make sure you're quick with this. I didn't release the tip off the damper yet. When I do, make sure you put it seated over the post of the printhead as quick as possible. And then from there, you know, place the basket back on, and just ensure that there's a constant feed of ink. And we can see that here. If it needs to be rolled up just a little bit more, you can, but be careful how much you roll it up. You do not want to have too much pressure where it's forcing ink to the head, or else it will be dripping out of the printhead. So that's not a good sign, of course. So what we do is, after that is completed, next step is a head clean, followed by a nozzle check. Do not run no more than 3 cycles of that. If you still have a problem with the nozzle check, give us a call and we'll have the next process for you.